Good afternoon. I'm Assemblywoman Elaine Alquist, Eleni Sofia Kondaminas Alquist, and it's a pleasure to be here on Greek TV with you today. I am very honored to have here today the renowned sculptor Andrew Saffas, who has many things to share with us today.
Elaine, the honor is mine. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's always a pleasure to be here. Can I call you Senator?
Well, you call me Elaine.
Call you Elaine. All right, fine. What particular phase of the sculpture should we talk about today?
I have a lot of questions. I know we don't have too much time, but I have a lot of questions to ask you. The very first one is, what inspired you to become a sculptor?
I think my teachers inspired me to become a sculptor. I think it happened in the 4th grade when I took a carved lion out of ivory soap to school. They were so pleased with it, and they encouraged me to continue with it, and I did, which was fun.
And so have you, Andrew, have you done it continuously since you were a child up to your present age?
Yes, continuously. I have done it continuously, except up until the last 13 years I started in with bronze work. But carving out of soap, working with clay, I've been doing that all my life.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, today I'd like to talk about some of your pieces that we have with us today. One in particular is right behind us here, and we also well, we have Sappho right here.
Yeah.
So if you could tell me a little and share with us a little bit about Sappho and how you got into bronze work and how you decided to do her. And
all right. Well, Sappho, going back into history, was probably the greatest lyric poet of all times, and I wanted to do a statue of Sappho. I wanted to portray her in a kind of a pensive, in a relaxed mood, either contemplating what she was writing or enjoying what she had already written. And she was a dancer, so I wanted to portray her in the nude, in a relaxed position. The only tension that you'll find is on her left arm, which is supporting her. She's holding in her right hand a little manuscript, which she's thinking about, and she's just a very pleasant person.
And she
very
is.
Relaxing.
And she looks like she's enjoying life.
She does, yeah. That is the thing, yeah.
That's the look on her face.
That's the look that we wanted.
Now, what you have done is so accurate of the human body. Did you ever study to become a doctor, or how, just right down to the muscle tone?
No, I did study
this?
anatomy at the university, and that is a prerequisite if you want to be a sculptor. You should know anatomy. Mm-hmm. Because when we're working with bronze, when we're working with a figure, at least I do, I start out thinking about the skeleton first. So the skeleton becomes an armature. And then from there, I proceed to lay on the muscular work with clay. Mm-hmm. So that's exactly what I did with Sappho. I started laying on the clay and covering the entire body, knowing how the muscles work and how they go together, getting the form that I wanted, the movement that I wanted first of all, and then after that, of course, going into the detail. From there, when I finished with this particular piece of clay, I had to have a mold made out of rubber. Rubber mold is made, and then we make a supporting plaster mold to hold that rubber mold. Mm-hmm. We pull that apart, put it back together again, pour in wax. Mm-hmm. And then we pull that apart and dip the wax into a ceramic shell, which coats it. We coat it maybe about an inch thick. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we burn out the wax. Then we pour in the bronze into that shell, which is actually the same kind of a process that was used 400 and 450 years before Christ. Even almost up to 700 years before Christ, that process has been used, the lost wax process.
So how long does this all take from the idea to the finished work?
Well,
Sappho?
A lot of it depends on how fast the sculptor is. Generally speaking, I can knock out a piece. I never rush myself, but I will usually work on a piece 4 to 6 months. Mm-hmm. I take my time. I enjoy it. That's the greatest enjoyment I get, is working the piece. Once the positive in clay is made, it normally takes about a month and a half at the foundry to do it. And it is a complicated process.
And Andrew, where do you do all of this? Where is your base of operation?
I do have a small studio in my home.
And where's
in Concord.
that? In Concord.
Yeah. And I do all of my foundry work in Berkeley at the Musi Artworks.
Well, let's talk about a few other of your pieces.
All right.
Let us talk about,
Terpsichore.
yes.
Terpsichore or Terpsichore. She is the muse of the dance. And I have her in a dancing position, ready to move off. And if anybody observes her very closely, they will note that she's not balanced. You can't, if you balance a person, if you balance a figure, it stops the motion. She's got to be moving forward. And that's what I try to achieve here. So Terpsichore is moving out. She's going into a nice flow of the dance. And that's what I wanted to capture.
This is a good time to ask this question. How do you decide what kinds of artwork to do?
Well, it's kind of easy for me because I do love Greek mythology. And because I do love Greek mythology, I found a lot of subject matter there. And I've done Sappho. Sappho is not a mythological figure. She existed. But Terpsichore, Amphitrite, Andromeda are all mythological figures. And they're nudes. I love to work with the nude, the human body. So I picked them. But I will proceed on to other things, too. I'm also working on a soldier now.
Yes. Let's talk about your soldier.
All right.
And how did you decide to do this? And I know this is in progress.
Well, this is in progress, and this has to do with the Hellenic American Veterans Foundation, which is going to erect 2 monuments, one in the Washington, D.C. area, and one in Greece. Yeah, this one here will be in the Washington, D.C. area.
And this will be the one in Washington, D.C.
That's right. That is a monument honoring all Greek American veterans. Excuse me. And it will be a 20-foot bronze ionic column on top of a marble base. The other one, the soldier, will be going to Athens, Greece. It'll be 8 feet tall, and it will also be in bronze. And it will be honoring the Greek American operational group of the OSS that fought in Greece in 1944 and helped to liberate Greece. They did a fantastic job.
So you also know quite a bit about history.
A little bit. A little bit.
Now, we touched on this, that some of your works touch on the Greek mythology. A larger question is, how has your Greek heritage inspired you to do what you do in your art?
There's no question about it. All you have to do is go to Greece, or you don't even have to go to Greece. You pick up a book on architecture, you pick up a book on art, on sculpture, and immediately all this wonderful classical Greek art just comes out and stands out. And it's with great pride that I look at it. I've always been one too that has loved the human body, always tried to maintain a good physical human body, and I feel that the human body is probably one of the most beautiful things on this world. So that's why I wanted to work with the human body.
How do we get our children involved so that they see beautiful artwork and so someday they become excellent artists like you?
Well, whether become excellent or not is not the point. The great thing about it is this: hand them a piece of clay, give them some watercolors, have them start working, and children do that today. So with my grandchildren, I've given them clay, they've watched me model.
So you're a papu?
I definitely am a papu.
I'm a yaya. I just became a yaya.
Congratulations, yaya. Yeah, I'm a papu 4 times.
So you're already doing this with your grandchildren?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
There's so many other questions I would love to ask you, but I know we're running out of time. Is there something that you would like to share with people watching this program today, something that you would like to leave them with?
Well, I'd like to leave this with them. Do something. Find a hobby. Find something that gives you great pleasure and develop it. And you may not become a master at it, but that isn't the important thing. The important thing is the enjoyment that you get from doing something, whether it's playing with watercolors, whether it's playing around with clay, whether it's doing ceramics, whether it's doing a little bit of pottery, and you'd be surprised how many people could get out and really throw a piece of pottery if they just took a couple of lessons. Do something that is of interest and gives you pleasure, and I think it'll give you a long life too.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
It's been my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.